Hello everyone, my name is Heather Gormand and I am Soul Sister, Holistic Health and Wellness. I wanted to talk to you today about QHHT, or Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. What is it? Why is it special? Why is it important? Well, first of all, it is probably one of the most incredible healing modalities I have ever had the pleasure of participating in. And the reason that it is so special is because our conscious mind is kind of in the driver's seat of our life, and we are literally like an iceberg. Just the tiniest tip of what is above the water is our conscious mind, and that's what we're aware of. But the rest of the iceberg that's under the water is pretty much what's running and operating our entire life. So what happens is from age 0 to 7 is when we actually pick up most of what is in our subconscious mind. Our programming about money, our programming about health, our programming about life. This all comes from mother, father, church, and state. And this stuff is ingrained in us so deep that it's actually pretty hard to shake it off. So as each of us are working towards ascension and working on our personal work, quantum healing hypnosis is absolutely vital to clearing all of this stuff that's, underneath the water of our iceberg. So how does it work exactly? How does it do this? Well, what happens is when you are in a state of hypnosis, your conscious mind is out of the way, and we are actually working with your soul, with your higher self. And so the first part of the quantum healing hypnosis session is a past, present, future, or parallel life regression. So it starts off with getting to see another life that your soul has participated in. So oftentimes, so much of the stuff that we are dealing with as far as our health and as far as our stress and as far as things that are going on actually may not all be from this life. Many of them, we have lived many, many lives. Our soul could not possibly learn everything that we need to learn in one lifetime. So we get the opportunity to come back again and again to different lives, different planets, different dimensions, to learn and to grow as a soul and to progress back to source. And as we do that, a lot of stuff gets picked up along the way. I like to look at it as one of those like microfiber dust thingies. So we're like this little microfiber duster, and everything in the world is sticking to our energetic field. So we have past life traumas, past life death traumas. We have karma, and we have relationships, and all of these things in our lives that come with us. So if we didn't get a chance to deal with this or finalize something in the life where whatever this trauma or issue was that started, we bring that in to this life, and we're still dealing with it. And so we have these I like to think of it as like a computer system. When you have too many windows open and you've got all of this stuff running in the background and your computer's just like, and it will not work. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever feel like there's something running in the background keeping you from your best and highest good, from reaching your full potential, from feeling your very best and being your best self? Well, it's true. So the first thing that we work on in a quantum healing hypnosis session is seeing one of these lives. Usually you will see the one that is the most important for you to see at this time. Your soul knows you better than anything else, and it wants you to heal and move forward and be your very best. So you will get to see this life, and usually it has some sort of basis in something that's holding you back in this life. So you will get to see that, and that will get to be cleared. And then after that, I actually like to do some work in between lives. So when you're in the spirit side, after you've gone through your death, a lot of healing and wonderful things can happen in that space. So in that space, we actually will Sometimes we will talk to your guides, your angels, and you will get the opportunity to connect with family members that have maybe passed on, parts of your soul group. Now, this doesn't happen for everyone, but it often happens in a session, and it's really, really beautiful. And also during that time, sometimes Archangel Michael comes in. He offers assistance with entities and cords and all these other things that are holding us back that we might not be aware of. So it's really quite wonderful. So after we have done that portion of the session, then we move to your subconscious. Now, as quantum healers, we call it the subconscious because we don't actually really know what to call it. So, but what it is we're talking to your soul, essentially. And your soul is infinite and it knows so many things. You are a beautiful, infinite, spiritual being having a human experience. You're not just this meat suit. You're so much more than that. And so that is the aspect of yourself that we get to talk to. And the healing and the revelations and the things that comes out of talking to that part of you is, there just really isn't words for the things that can happen in this part of the session. So this is the part of the session where you're going to bring your questions. How many lives have I lived? How many times have I incarnated on Earth? What planet have I spent most of my time? Do I have karma? Am I supposed to be in my relationship? How can I help my children? All of these things and more, and so much more. Why do I drink too much? Why is it so hard for me to stop drinking coffee? Anything you want. Why does my tummy hurt all the time? I've heard it all. And you're able to get answers for all of these questions on a soul level. And there's been so many, why? So you get to get all of the answers to life's important questions if it's appropriate. And then there's the healing portion of it. So we do what's called a body scan, where your soul will do a scan of your body and find out if there are any issues that need to be addressed. And if it's appropriate, they can sometimes and often be healed instantaneously. So what happens is dis-ease, or health issues, or whatever you'd like to call it, discomfort of any kind, is your soul trying to give you a message. And oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes, when you get that message, then you don't need to have that issue anymore. So during these sessions, if we can get to the root of what the problem is and what that message is that you need to hear, it can often be cleared immediately. Sometimes there is homework for you to do on your part. Maybe there's some little thing that you need to change or do, but you'll be able to find out specifically what that is. Now, sometimes we choose to have things because we actually do make choices before we come into our life. And when that happens, if it is something that we chose for some sort of learning experience, then obviously at that time it cannot be cleared. But the good news is that once you have gained the benefit of whatever choice that you needed to have, that is, once you have learned whatever it is that you asked and you decided that you wanted to learn, coming in with this issue that you chose, at that time it can often be cleared. So I have witnessed miracles that are just honestly out of this world, literally sometimes, and it's beautiful. So that is what quantum healing hypnosis is all about in a nutshell. And so it's wonderful. So to schedule a quantum healing hypnosis session with me, you can visit my website at www.quantumsoulsister.com. You can email me at SoulSisterHypnosis@gmail.com, and we can talk about it. So thank you so much. Okay, bye.